back to LAETITIANA. Today I thought I would do this natural looking contour and highlight routine. This tutorial is perfect if you want a natural looking contour and highlight. Perhaps you're not going full glam but you still want a really defined makeup look, and if you want to see how I created this look then just keep watching. One of the most important things to think about when you want to have a strong contour and highlight is how long it's going to last, and for that you're going to need a really good primer. Just make sure that you have the best base possible for it to cling to. I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York Face Studio Primer. This is really similar to the MAC primer. I think it's called the Fix and Prime primer. This is really similar, it's a really similar consistency and it lasts for such a long time. This is a really good drugstore dupe for that. It's really important as well to think about how your skin is prepped before applying this primer. So if you haven't already cleaned your face, I would make sure that it is totally clean. You have cleansed, toned and moisturised your face before applying the primer, just because if there's any underlying dirt or oils or grease, then your primer won't be able to stick to your skin as well. You kind of want a really tacky texture. This is really good for that, but just make sure that you've primed your face beforehand. So I'm just going to apply a pea-sized amount. Make sure that it's really well rubbed in around here. I use my fingers just because it warms up the product and makes it easier to sink into the skin, but if we're highlighting and contouring you want to make sure that these areas here are fully primed. Next thing to consider is your foundation. I think a lot of people, when they want to have a contoured and highlighted face, they think only about the contour and highlight, but I think it is actually really important to think about the base that it is sitting on. Similar to the primer, you want to make sure that you have a really long-lasting foundation. So I'm using the CYO Long-lasting Foundation. And I'm just going to apply this onto the back of my hand, again so that it's warmed up so it can sit into the skin really well. So I'm just going to put a couple of pumps. It is a fair bit of foundation, but you're going to want a full coverage. I'm going to put that into the skin first, just so it warms up, before applying it to the face. My foundation is on. You can see it's very, very, very dewy, and that's exactly what you want. You want a dewy, long-lasting foundation. You do not want a matte foundation or anything that's kind of drying on your skin. You really want to make sure it's super dewy, and so you can apply product on top of it and it will sit really easily. Concealer, again a really important part of the contouring and highlighting process. In terms of applying the concealer, you want to make a V shape here. With a lot of this we're going to be doing a cream and then followed by a powder. The secret to a really, really, really natural highlight and contour routine is to not make it look too cakey, and I find that putting the liquid first, setting it with the powder, means it's so natural on the skin. If you put a powder first and then a cream, I find that often the powder sinks in and so the cream just kind of sits on top and then the cream just kind of slides. So I would recommend doing cream first and then setting it with the powder. Put it under your eyes like this. I would even stretch it quite far as well. So even right to here. Down to, I would say, about 1 centimetre past your nose, like that. You also want to highlight a few other areas. This concealer is kind of acting like a highlighter for kind of brightening your skin as opposed to a highlighter on your cheekbones, which we'll get to later. So the other places that I like to use to brighten are in between my eyebrows here and also underneath the brow and over it. Those are the places that you really want to brighten, which will emphasize when you contour. Now I'm actually going to leave this section here, and that's because I'm going to wait to do my contour before doing that. And then I'm just going to pick up a different Techniques brush. I have two identical ones so it can be a bit confusing. One I use for the foundation and the other one I'm going to use for the concealer. My foundation is kind of like a beige nude, and my concealer I've made sure is a really brightening colour. Now once that's kind of been left to sit in the skin just for like a couple of moments, I'm actually going to use this palette. This palette is so good, I feel like no one ever speaks about it and I absolutely love it. It's the Too Faced No Filter Selfie Powders palette. Light filtering photo enhancing powders. So this kind of makeup look I would use if I'm going out and I want to look nice in photos. And so this is honestly perfect. This is what I'm going to be using on top of the concealer, and then I'll use this for the contour and this for my highlight. So as you can see, this has been quite well loved. So I'm just gonna get the lightest one here, tap off any excess, and then I'm going to go in and set the concealer. That's all done. We're going to move on to the contour. For the contour, I'm going to be using my NARS bronzing stick. I have this in the shade South Beach. My favourite is NARS Laguna, but unfortunately they actually discontinued the stick version of it. They only have it in the powder, so I bought South Beach, which I think is the best one for my skin tone. It's this lovely kind of bronzed, almost terracotta colour. It's so pretty. You need to be quite precise about the lines that you're going to draw on your face to contour. I didn't draw it too low. You can see in your mirror exactly where it is. So if this is your cheekbone here, you want to make sure it's just below your cheekbone, so right there. You stop, like doing a duck face, your contour will then fall to its natural position. So I think if you are going to do that, make sure that when you do this, it's like just a bit higher, so when your skin naturally goes back, it won't fall massively. I'm going to put it there, and then here in the temples. I actually went to a NARS shop in New York. The lady there actually showed me how to contour using these, and she recommended doing a line here and then putting this flat against your face to do the circle and just kind of twist it around like that. And then you can also do the lines up here and then along your jawline as well. People want to contour their nose. I personally don't like contouring my nose, but if you do, then you would do a line down here like that and like that. The reason that I don't tend to do my nose is just because I prefer a more natural look when I'm doing a contour. I don't tend to contour my nose, but if you would like to, then you can, and you can still make it look natural. I would just make sure not to overline your nose. So to rub in this contour, I would really recommend either using your beauty blender, or I'm actually going to use this contouring brush from BH Cosmetics. It doesn't really matter which one you use, I think just make sure it's a very precise brush. And when you're blending it in, just make sure you really stick to the lines, don't blend it out, make sure you really stick to them. When you're doing this section here, make sure you really press it in and you're kind of more blending up and towards your hairline rather than down. You don't want to bring the contour down. And try not to bring it too far over to your face. You want to make sure it's really defined cheekbone here, not interrupting this V here. If you do by accident bring it too far across, don't worry, just grab your foundation brush or your concealer brush, it doesn't really matter which one, and you can just bring this down a bit just to make it look a little bit more, just to keep this in its place. So following on from what I was saying about putting a cream on first and then a powder, we're now going to put a bronzed powder on top of the contour cream. A tinted bronzing powder in 2, and it's just a really lovely sheer bronzy glow. I'm going to be using this fluffy Real Techniques brush. I'm actually going to make it into a kind of like a fan shape. I'm going to hold it like this, and I'm just going to put it on top of where I contoured using a cream. If you do go overboard on that bit, this is exactly why you leave this bit till the very last minute. So go back and grab your concealer and you can just redefine these areas. So you just draw a line there. I would kind of say where down diagonal from your lobe, there and there. And this is going to create a really chiseled look. Bring it right across to your mouth like that. And then I'm going to go back in with the selfie powder. This Bronze powder is actually really great as well. I just personally wanted to use my Body Shop powder, but honestly they're both great. I would really recommend using this one as well. Highlight, you don't necessarily need to highlight. I personally think this looks really glowing, but if you did want to highlight, I would use something very natural to keep in again with the not overdone, not overcaked contour look. I mentioned this so many times, but I absolutely love this. This is the Glossier Highlighter. I honestly never stop talking about it. It's so good. I have the shade Quartz, and it's amazing. It's so dewy, it's so natural looking, so honestly I would highly recommend this highlighter. Again, with the highlighter, it's a V shape. I feel like everything about this is a V shape. You want to put it underneath your eyebrows here and then draw a line like that. That V, like that. Wow. I mean, already, look at that. Now I do this involuntary thing where I automatically always raise my eyebrows. I would kind of recommend and not recommend doing that. Similar to doing the duck face, I think it's useful if you want to draw a line, but again, remember that when your face relaxes again, it's just going to shift down. So make sure that you try and kind of maintain your natural look. I always raise my eyebrows though, I don't know why. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that. I actually like to rub in the highlighter using my fingers. Now I'm just going to do the rest of my makeup so I don't look super crazy. And now my makeup is done. So I just added my eyebrows, some eye makeup and some lipstick so I didn't look so terrifying. I hope that you liked this video and that you like the natural contour look. This is obviously more makeup than I would use on an everyday basis, but I think that if you're going to be doing a contour and highlight routine, this is a bit more natural. I think that when you're contour and highlighting, it's very easy just to cake and cake and cake makeup on, but honestly you don't need to. I always recommend doing a cream first so it blends into your creamy foundation, setting it with some powder. And I didn't actually set the rest of my face because I kind of still wanted to keep that natural dewy look. So I would say if you do want to set the rest of your face, I would recommend using perhaps a translucent powder like the Laura Mercier translucent powder, or alternatively you could just use a setting spray. The Urban Decay setting spray is personally my favourite, so I would use that one. But I don't really think that you necessarily need to set the rest of your face if you want to keep it nice and natural. If you're going for a great big, like super glam, super intense contour highlight, which is perfectly amazing for some situations, if you want to go like out for your birthday or something like that, then totally like I would go high glam. But just for like a middle ground, I wouldn't necessarily recommend setting your entire face, as then it can start looking a bit cakey. I would keep it dewy, keep it light, keep it fresh. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and I will see you in the next one.